You're live again.
Okay. Well, I'm back again now.
There's nobody watching at the moment.
Nobody's watching. They've probably all thought that's it.
They'll get a figure in a minute. They'll get a notification.
That's important. It's quite an interesting.
Give us that.
There's a red thing not connected.
Yeah, that's just to charge you. So okay. You got one person watching. You're back on.
Okay. Hi, one person. Who is it?
It's Martin.
There we go. As I was saying, Martin, before the connection went, thank you, Bragi.
That should kick in. He'll not get back to me.
Interesting point about the Roman. When Rome became Christian, you'd think the arena would close. In fact, it became more busy as the Christians were getting rid of political rivals. And I've said already, you know, when I think it was the Goths or Visigoths came to Rome, they thought the Colosseum was a hotel, were quite disgusted when they were told what it was about.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's frozen, that one. I'm getting a bit tired of this.
You're live on camera.
Yeah, I don't care. It's an old man thing. It's very good, and I mean, there's amazing technology, but if the wind blows in the wrong direction, it goes down, but no doubt it'll improve. So I hope you're all being safe out there. It varies just in this country, never mind abroad. Just remember, try and wear your mask and stay 6 foot 2 meters apart.
It's 1 meter now.
Is it?
Yeah.
1 meter. Well, okay.
It depends where you go, though.
This is it. You see, it's very confusing. You're best to stay safe at 6 foot 2 meters. However, here in Derby, I went into Tesco's and there are a number of people just not bothering. They don't wear the mask, and you know, people brush by and everything else. Don't get complacent. Germs don't get complacent. They just hang around. So please, we've already lost one of our guys, and you know, please stay safe. Yeah, Belfast, Martin Brown, boo. Okay, well, fair enough, mate. We're talking about Sutton Hoo. It seems odd that we should use an ancient thing like Beowulf, but we did find interesting parallels. I was there in 1989. Resistivity had just come in. That is where you have 2 electrodes stuck in the ground and one at the back, and you send a charge through it, which, depending on resistivity, if there's a ditch, it registers differently from normal. And they knew there were graves there, but we found 200 graves. The graves are interesting. Hi, Roman Biscotti. Good to see you again. Stay groovy, baby. It's always good to hear from you. And as I say, I mean, the graves themselves are interesting. They're all at one end. And they are the earlier mounds, and I'm guessing that later on when Christianity came, instead of being a place of royal burial, it became where you were executed. Now, important part here is that some of these graves are shaped like runes, and the pits are buried for them, whether that's true or not. Roman Biscotti, did you find any crystals or gemstones near the graves? Well, that's an important thing. We found glass, which they would have considered precious. Now, the crystal, a friend of mine was doing a paper on crystals found in Frankish graves, and they were all of women, and they were about the size of a blackbird's egg. And his theory, and it holds water, was these were used not just as a status symbol, but if you hold them up to the sun, it's like a magnifying glass, and is used to start fires. and this was backed up. There was a craft shop in, I can't remember where, but they hung crystals in. I'm looking for a Viking Sunstone. That's Belfast Martin Brown. Martin, here's the tip for you. I've got one, and it's an Icelandic fluorospar. Don't get the Spanish one; it doesn't work. You want the Icelandic one. And here is what the crystal will look like. It's about the same size as well. So anyway, you could tell the sunstone itself on a cloudy day. If you hold it up, you can see a rainbow where the sun is, which is a jolly useful aid. But you might find, you probably find online or at various craft shops. It's well worth getting it. If you ask about it, I'm sure they'll find it for you. Roman biscotti, cool Martin, yeah. Roman biscotti again. Oh, lovely. Finn Wraith. Royal burial turns to execution. Does that kind of show pagans and Christians saw death in a different way? Well, yes. As far as the Christians are concerned, you know, you sit there praising God all day. Whereas in your pagan, we're talking Odin, the hall, you go to wherever it is you go to, if you're a warrior, Valhalla, and of course there's Freya selects the dead as well. The idea that pagans were buried with stuff and Christians weren't, that's a load of hogwash. I mean, even today there was guys in America who are buried in the Cadillac. Bishops, they have full robes, silver bowls. If you look at the Tumas and Cuthberts, when they got him in, there was another head in there, as well as a runic inscription. So it's, the difference is pagans are buried north to south, Christians east to west. So, you know, that's basically a rule of thumb. Roman biscotti, wow. Yeah. Gems, you know, you find, I mean, in York, we have bits of amber. I mean, Jorvik was a pretty rich place. It's a trading centre, and was for years. And if you go to the centre, when things calm down, they have a beautiful visitors centre. And at one time, I used to take people around it, but that was many moons ago. I'm just going to have a coffee drink here. Bragi! Sorry about this. I don't know whether you can hear me. I hope you can. He's off somewhere, but I'll keep talking just to be, just in case you can hear me. We're on about Sutton Hoo. Very attractive place to visit. Nowadays, I think you got a big centre there. When I was there, you didn't have any of that. But the sand bodies are fascinating to look at. And if you imagine a dark brown skeleton in dark brown water, that's what you've got. It's a three-dimensional sand sculpture. And when I was there, we talked about the ploughman, and it's now been established that it was actually a hanged man, and the gallows was just rotted down with him. As I say, I'm talking here. I don't know whether you can hear me. Once again, the timer's served out. I think there's a lot of people online at the moment. If you can hear me, please be patient and we'll get there. So anyway, there's interesting bodies. There's people buried face down, which possibly would suggest there may be pagans. There's people with their necks broken. There are people with their heads chopped off between their legs. That is actually sort of a Roman custom as well. Yeah, you know, these pits were cut specifically for that body position. They didn't just lay them out. But Bragi, nope, he's not around. He's probably looking after his dad, so I'm sorry if there is. Hope you can hear me. Keep sending your questions and comments in, and we will get back to you. So what about these other mounds? Well, as I said earlier, one was opened by the Royal Navy, but there are mounds that haven't. Oh, we're back on. Well, we're back off. But here we go. Oh, I've got something back. So, you know, there's it's protected site, and that's something we've got to do. Learn more. Thank you, Roman Biscotti. Now we've got the Belfast Viking Martin Brown. In 1989, I won Aldershot. Good military place. I was ex-TA myself. 3rd Battalion, Worcestershire Sherwood Foresters. Bragi's come back now, I don't need him.
Oh.
Roman Biscotti, did you... Oh, we've done that one. Sunstone. Royal Barrels, yes, that's what I was talking about. I don't know if you heard me because things went off. So I'll do it again just to make sure. Royal burial turns to execution. Does that kind of show paganism and Christianity saw death in a different way? Well, yeah. Yeah, as I said, you may have heard it. So the idea of heaven to a Christian is very different from the pagan Vikings. If you're in Odin's hall, you know, preparing for a big battle, which I'm very suspect about the Ragnarok.
We'll get one in one day.
Yeah, well, why not? Roma Viscotti. Oh, another bad connection. I'll be back. Okay, we'll look forward to hearing from you. Martin Brown. I'm making tomorrow sweet chestnuts and honey flatbread for a rabbit stew on Sunday. Can't find here. Well, that sounds delicious. Again, this is another activity. If you've got the stuff, do cooking. I mean, I froze my plums, matron. If you're freezing plums, cut them in half, take the stone out, and then I've got them in a supermarket bag. My sister has a glut of fruit at the moment. Yum, yum, yum. It's got to be good. Add some raspberries with some condensed milk on it. I prefer cream, but...
Angel Delight.
Oh, yeah, Angel Delight. Now, that's an interesting thing. This is for English people, I think, because I don't know if it goes abroad. But in the 70s, it was a cream-like pudding. Bragi gave me two packets.
I'll buy you some when I go in Derby.
Oh, yes, please.
You've heard exclusive there.
Well, as I say, I shared them because I gave Anthony one.
That's nice.
And we were right back to our childhood. They all reminded me of my dad, which is not necessarily a good thing.
Anthony?
No, my taste of that.
Oh.
One thing I wonder related to death is my home county's capital named after the goddess Hel. There are places in Scandinavia named after Norse gods. The word Hel appears in Helsinki. Maybe, but yes, in England, I lived for a time in York, and there was a place, I was in Clifton, but there was a place called Ing's View. Well, Ing is the name for Lord Freya. And you'll find there are place names that have godlike names, as well as fantastical beasts. Near us in Derby, there's a place called Drakelo, and that is the home. Here we go, retry, let's try again. I don't know if you can hear me again. Every time Bragi goes out, this thing packs in. It's all right when he's here, it works, but as soon as he leaves, we get that. So anyway, I don't know if you can hear me, but this is getting a bit old doing this. I suppose there's a lot of people doing
Oh, you're still live.
All right, well, glad you could hear me. I can't read your comments at the moment because the tablet has gone woof on me. So, where were we? Sutton Hoo. This is getting there. But There's an excellent book by well, two books actually about Sutton Hoo. Sutton Hoo, the burial place of kings, which is more about the actual dig, whereas the other one is about articles related to it. It's usually what's the other one called?
Well, just Sutton Hoo.
Yeah, I've got this one. No, there's the white one over in the corner. Sutton Hoo, the burial ground of kings. Excellent book by an excellent archaeologist. I've got to say that was my supervisor.
That's the in-depth version.
I've also got this one, which is The Age of Sutton Hoo. This is more articles pertaining by other people to Sutton Hoo. There was Tanya, who is the expert on Anglo-Saxon jewellery. And there is other people as well who have opinions. It's well worth the read. But for the actual history, the burial ground of kings, I'll give you the ISBN number at 0-7141-0599-6. I'll do that one again for you. This was from Jorvik, which was ISBN 0-7141-0599-6. That's for the Sutton Hoo Burial Ground of Kings, which is a jolly good read actually. And for the more comprehensive book, which is a bit more expensive, but getting more bang for buck. And this is ISBN 0-85115-361-5. I'll repeat that one again. ISBN 0-85115-361-5. Again, it's a bit heavy intellectually, but well worth the read. Gives you a good background reading, so that this becomes a bit more understandable. As I say, I've worked there. It's an amazing place. There's some brilliant pictures in here by Victor Ambrose. You may know him, the English viewers, from Tony Robinson's excellent programme.
Time Team.
Yeah. I'll just hand these back to Bragi and have a sip of coffee as he hands me back the tablet.
Just ignore the video because that's an advert. But your chaps are there.
Okay, I've got to ignore that.
We'll stop in a minute and go to your video.
Okay, we're back. It looks... yay, it's back. Okay, Roman, good to see you. Don't forget to hit that like, folks. Yeah, please do that. Martin Brown. Butterscotch is my favourite. Said Roman Scotty. Butterscotch. I'm with you on that then, Layla. Bite at Tesco, says Martin Brown. Yeah, that's it. Yes, we can hear and see you. Hi. Martin Brown again. Found out last week where I live, County Down, used to be called Downshire, when everywhere had Shire in the spelling. Yeah, well, there you go. We live in Derbyshire. Bragi's busy showing me some of the treasures from Sutton Hoo. If you get the chance and you're over here at the British Museum, well worth a look. I've got some weird thing coming up with somebody machine and it's gone in somebody.
Well, you press that, you skip the advert.
Well, we've got Weird Side. Hello, Weird Side. Roland Biscotti, I'll be back. Okay, babe, you take care. Martin Brown. Eyewitness Guide books have a very good book on Vikings for kids. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. I don't know if we can roll it out. But we concentrate, the children learn from their parents. Everybody deserves to know where they came from. I was very lucky. Went to Warwick Castle. Very good place to visit if you're in England. And my mother's maiden name was Branscombe, which means Raven Valley. And I got a scroll with all the history on it. And it's very interesting reading. There's also a village named after us as well. That's the posh side of it.
And the pickle.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right, Bill. Yeah. So another good place to visit. Hang on, we're going circling again. Another good place to visit in Derbyshire, well, Derbyshire, Staffordshire, is Tutbury Castle.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I've worked there. He's a Viking expert, and it's well worth a visit, especially around bonfire night. They have a massive firework display.
I watched Zulu last night. That's just reminded me of that.
Mm.
Gareth Williams, 973.
And we've got Sir Andre Lefard DeLong. Good evening, folks. Well, good evening to you, sir. Belfast Viking Martin Brown. I was walking around Carrickfergus Castle last weekend. Yeah, these are great. You know, we have in the United Kingdom, as abroad, there are so many. It's, you know, I think it was Suetonius who said, "A man who doesn't discover from whence he came will remain forever a child." And I'm a great believer in that. The voice is drying up now. And we're lucky in Derbyshire. We do have not just castles, but we're lucky we've got Arborough, places like that, which are Neolithic, in fact, earlier sites. And it's well worth a visit. And even if you're not interested in stone circles or whatever, it's a good day out to have a picnic and get together. Although perhaps at the moment it's not advisable. But, you know, this is what the internet's all about. Tap it in and have a look. Make plans for the future.
Who'd have thought you'd be on the internet all those years ago?
Exactly. You know.
If you can do it, anyone can do it.
Exactamundo. I'll take that as a compliment, by the way. But as I say, I mean, this is one of the joys of the internet. I can see the joy of it. I don't say that I understand it, but, you know, that's up to me to learn, I guess. We've got something beeped up.
No, it's a 5-day video forecast.
All right, well, that sounds good. So, anyway, if you've got any more comments, please let us know. I've just gone retry again. I've done it. I've just tapped retry. Nothing happened.
Yeah, you can lose the internet on here, see. It goes just to a plain Wi-Fi, and you got to connect back to the BT home hub.
He said all this now.
Got over your head, hasn't it, Egil?
He might as well have said it in Swahili for all I know, you know, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing, this young lad.
Mana Bolanda. It means good day, sir, in Swahili.
All right.
Or something like that.
All I know in Swahili is Buddha, which means kill, apparently. It's funny, I'm reading Rider Haggard's book, King Solomon's Mines. Nothing like the film, but goodness gracious me. Thank goodness race relations have improved. But there's been a big battle at the moment. But I remember the Stuart Granger film. It was nothing like the book. But he's nipped off with my tablet. He's bending down on all fours now. And he's getting a box. What's in the box? I don't know. We've got 2 boxes. He's a 2-box family here.
Be careful.
He's feeling careful. Oh, we're talking drink. This is actually, this is from the Rhineland. It's,
I'm watching you.
yeah, it's a claw beaker. There was one found, or the remains of one found at Sutton Hoo. Tells us 2 things. 1, there was connection with the Rhineland. 2, he was extremely wealthy. I'm being very careful on this. Bragi's got a sword at my head ready, just in case. But just have a look at the beautiful form. This could be made yesterday, and yeah, it's a very modern looking thing, isn't
I
it?
paid £35 second hand for that.
Yeah,
So
well,
cheap.
dropped it. I'll hand that back to you, Bragi. I don't want to get into bother.
Not
with it.
christened it yet.
It's got a lot of sharp things, so you've got to be careful. It's looking a bit dingy out there, mate. My son's gone to bed.
Yeah,
And the next one. Now this has been described as a drinking vessel. I suppose it could be whatever. These were found again at Sutton Hoo. You also find them blue glass ones as well. But this is a high status thing. We today take glass as whatever, but to make glass, it's a big thing. an interesting point here that glass has been recycled in the Roman times. This is why we have many examples of Roman glass. Ship sank and it was full of glass ready to be recycled. And at antique fairs, sometimes you could pick up Roman glass. It's not as expensive as you think.
That's the Bible for Roman glass.
Another book, Glass of the Caesars. Who's it by? Doesn't say. No ISBN numbers. Looks jolly good. Yeah.
It's a good read, actually.
Well, one thing you do find with glass, and it was interesting, I was digging a site, which is now the Barbican Hall in York, and I found a 1930s milk bottle, bear with me, and it was purple, green and blue. And you find that with old glass is that the minerals in the glass decay. So you get this beautiful coloured, I wished I kept it, but it was left on the site off it and got broken. So much for our past, eh? So, yeah, is this a museum guide or something?
No, it's just a guide to Roman glass.
Ah, by Donald B. Harden. It was the John Paul Getty Museum, so presumably. It's getting on. Let me see when this was written. Nope, they ain't. Oh, 1987. So I suppose it could be forgiven for not having an ISBN number. But I'll hold it up for you. And for those of you who are interested, the history of glassware. Oh, we've got another Sutton Hoo burial book by Angela Kerr Evans. I think she's retired from there. Thank you, Bragi. I'll just be handed back.
Prego.
Welcome. Dankeschön. So Andre Lefebvre de Linge. Found you guys on Instagram yesterday. Well, I'm glad you have. Please keep it in there, and if you like it, let us know. That'll be great. Martin Brown again. Oh, did you see my look up Magnus Vikings Downpatrick new Viking settlement just opened to the public last week?
Oh.
Well, that's well worth a look. And Guys of Wilfred, hello from Devon. Now, that's my ancestral home. Yeah, Branscombe, that's my mother's maiden name. And we come from a long line of bishops, archbishops, etc. One of my ancestors, actually, if you go to Exeter Cathedral, is buried next to the altar. Hello, KW, Kaiser William. Yep. And we've got Martin Brown. I nearly bought a glass, but with my luck with glasses, it'd be broken in a day. So I just buy wood bowls, plates, and drinking cups. I know what you mean. I had a beautiful drinking glass on a wire frame that you had to put in, and guess who broke it?
I did the same thing when I walked into a door with it.
Yeah, it came in a nice padded box. 5 minutes from me, boom, it's broken. That was about 35 quid down this morning. That's probably why you don't find many of them in one piece. But you could always get yourself a drinking horn, Martin. Here's a tip for you. If you're drinking mead, it tastes better out of a cow horn than it does out of any other vessel. I know because I've been there and done it. For me, the less sweet meads are better. I mean, am I allowed to say what make they are?
Yeah, of course you can.
Well, Moniac mead is the best. Yeah, Moniac is the best. It's not too sweet and it's fairly priced. Some of them are very, very sweet. I've got one from Morrison's of all places. It's about £5 a bottle. It does what it says on the bottle. It's mead, it's alcoholic, and I use them in ceremonies. But it is very sweet.
I'm making 8 gallons soon.
And Bragi's just told me he's going to be making 8 gallons soon. We have fun in Derbyshire, don't we?
Well, yeah, all Vikings should move to Derby, the amount of money I've got.
Well, oh yes, Martin Brown says I've got 2 horns. And he says, and 3 bottles of German mead I bought from Amazon. Yeah, I don't know about German mead. It should be good. But as I say, Moniac is it's actually made by monks of Moniac, and they also do a mead liqueur. I actually bought a bottle of mead and Moniac liqueur for my ex-girlfriend. I never saw a sight of it or taste of it, but apparently it was great. Andre, I like mead by Descended from Odin. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's pretty good giggle mixture. It makes me laugh because I could drink it, no problem. I shouldn't because I'm diabetic. But my pal Anthony, when he drinks it, he's perfectly lucid, you know. But you try getting him to stand up, it wicks his legs away from him and he has to sit until it goes away. It's always good entertainment. Finn Wraith, are reenactment weapons real weapons or are they just decorations? Can they be used for fighting at all? We use them for fighting, but we are trained in it. Some weapons are just for show, but all of our weapons are lethal if handled incorrectly. I never use a headshot on anyone who hasn't got a helmet unless you've agreed to it beforehand. Also, basically from neck to groin, just above the groin, is legitimate in Regia. And Regia Anglorum have a great training regimen. You know, they're not just going to turn you out, because I've seen people who caught spears with their eye on the corner. One thing I would say is that if you do reenactment, it's like cricket. If you're going to play cricket, you're going to get hit by the ball. I did it for 13 years and I was comparatively lucky. I got whacked on the wrist. And you always get, you know, they monitor what you do. So for me, and others, there are others, get trained up before you go on the field. If you've just given a weapon and say go on, refuse, don't do it. Not a danger, just as dangerous to you, you're dangerous to people because you'll be scared. It's quite natural. You get a load of hairy guys coming at you with male shirts. If you're not frightened because you've never seen them before, it's unnatural. Okay, they are real but blunt weapons. Yeah, Martin, but they weigh about 2 or 3 pounds, and you whack somebody on the wrist, as I did. I got a lump on my wrist the size of a Cadbury's cream egg, and you know, I've seen people losing teeth. I've seen people with it's like hitting somebody with a metal club. That's basically all the swords are, because they're not sharp and the points are rounded, and that's for a good reason. Anybody wants you to fight with edged weapons? No, don't. Because even our blunt weapons can cause serious injuries.
Well, I hear that they fight with sharp weapons in the Eastern Bloc.
Well, that's up to them, but if you're going to do that, you're going to end up dead if you're not careful. Edged weapons are weapons. Ours are with the stage props, but they are still very dangerous.
Be responsible with them.
Belfast Martin Brown, you can never have enough weapons. Here. I have a broken finger and big toe. Someone dropped an axe on my toe. The soft leather shit. I know exactly what you mean. I used to go around schools with my friend Njal and Taikia, and we used to put a fight on for the school children. Njal dropped his shield right on my toe, and by God, it hurt.
It does.
And even now, when the nail went black and came off, and even now I've got a nail that's thick as anything. So thanks, Njal. I am so Andre. I had a very big letters long sword at one time. It was taller than me. I could barely lift it. Now that's odd, because when I was I went to visit Castle Museum in York, and I was buddies with the guy who ran the armory section, and we had a lancerneck sword. Lancernecks were German mercenaries, and the sword was taller than Bragi, but lighter than our reenactment weapons. And their war cry was, "Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough." That actually was their war cry. and they were mercenaries hired by King Henry VIII, and they were very hard men. And Kaiser Wilfred. I took an injury last year when a spear pole hit me on the face, dropped by accident in battle. Yeah, I mean, not all injuries are meant. I mean, there was, I won't mention them, a certain southern group who thought they were the hard men and took full blows. You could tell them they had a red armed man. But we put them right as we beat 7 bells of Valhalla out of them. One of them tried to chop my head off, actually, with an axe.
Well, we were the toughest group at one point, weren't we?
Yeah, well, I actually physically walked over him and laughed at him. But and Andre, I think it was just a cheap repro. Well, whatever, you know, depends what you're going to do. If you're going to fight, you want EN 4.5 steel.
Or 4.6.
And EN 4.6?
Mm.
They're not to go on the field. It's just going beep, beep, beep. Do you know what? I reckon there's a camera. Every time you move out of the way, something comes up.
Missed it now.
Hey, outright. Let's try a retry. Come on.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's like seriously, every time you move, it's like every time I want to cook or I'm going for a meal.
Ah, so it's a message from Take here, Folktales.
What did it say?
I don't know, I didn't see it. It's on WhatsApp.
Okay. Well, I didn't see the message. Great, Tyke here. Hope everything's all right. You got it. Oh, it's back again. This is Tyke here.
Ah, it's about he just sent a video about an article about what early Irish sounded like. Oh, I'll watch that later.
Well, I don't know if you're listening, but one of my tutors tried to learn early Irish. He keeps coming up. Have a look.
Oh,
Great, thanks. Haven't thought about
That's just your look.
It's me all over. It's like every time I charge my phone, it's in another room. So every time I hit it, I just get I'm not even going to bother. Every time I go near it.
It should be on silent mode, to be fair. And I forgot to put airplane mode.
Anyway, take it. If you're watching, hi. It's a very difficult language to learn. Oh, you can't have a look. I'll let Bragi look at this. Oh, we've got an advert. Okay, where are we? Yeah. Belfast Martin Brown. My nail is the same. Yeah. Oh, jeez, it's gone again.
It's the internet signal. When I stand up, I think I'm blocking it.
You know what? I think we're coming near the end, don't you?
It's not that. That's fine. It's just this loses the internet signal.
Yeah. Well, sit down. That and people flashing.
I did buy a booster, but that's not working.
Gee, man. Oh, bloody hell. It's just read it and it goes. If you're sending that, please let it last a bit longer.
That's the app. That's not him.
All right. Well, anyway, take it. Stay groovy. Stay safe, mate.
Oh, yes.
I'll drink some cold coffee.
Drink some warm coffee.
I'm all right, thanks. I get caffeine down. What goes in's got to come out. You know what I'm saying? But,
if you watch that advert, you're going to earn yourself 6p, Egil.
All right. Well, the riches we've already amassed.
Oh, yeah. The
70p.
77 pence.
77p.
$1, 3 pence.
Yeah, well, we might be able to afford a loaf of bread. Okay. Here we go. And then so I've got to find an accident in battle. Belfast Martin. My name is the same. Finrath. Have you guys ever thought about doing a vlog or some other kind of video at a reenactment? I personally haven't. I don't know what Bragi feels about that.
We do have a vlog series, but travelling is very difficult.
Yeah, well, so Bragi's dad is not very well, so he has to stay pretty close.
I'm housebound all the time.
Yeah, he's under permanent lockdown, poor lad. Bragi with a beard looks like Boromir, son of Denethor. Well, yeah, there you go.
That's on Instagram.
And learn more. Belfast Martin Brown. I bought a long boar spear that breaks in half so I can carry it in the car.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah. Andre at Belfast Viking. Roman Biscotti, I'm back. 3 hearts. Yeah, back at you, babe. Always glad to hear from you. Hello, Biscotti, says Sir Andre. Roman Biscotti. Hello, Sir Andre.
#1 fan from Canada.
Yeah, well, she's a lovely lady. And
she is indeed.
She deserves all the publicity she can get.
All our subs are lovely.
Yeah, and she's helped us out, hasn't she? And thank you, by the way, for the little bits you've sent us. It's, you know, the egg and all that.
She did a video for us.
Yeah.
We've got to do one back, actually.
Yeah.
Set in space.
Okay. Yeah, it's always good to hear from you. So, while I'm waiting for other people, we're back to Sutton Hoo.
Yes.
Can you pass me that book down, please?
Yes, Dad.
Yeah, okay, son. Sutton Hoo Ship Burial by that. This is by Angela Kerr Evans. She used to be at the British Museum. There it is. I know they sell it at Jorvik, probably at the British Museum because that's where she worked. And the ISBN number is covered up by a price sticker. All I can tell you at the moment is it's £9.99. She it was who worked out the horse harness. There's some nice picture there. That's of the reconstructed Sutton Hoo purse. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Cost you a few quid. Now, the interesting thing I find here is this, they call it the scepter. You see it there? Now, the scepter. There's a lot of hoo-ha spoken about this. Thor is a god of law. His colour is red. The whetstone, remember, Thor had a whetstone in his head. He also has red as his colour. Now, the ring. You swore oaths on that. So you imagine you're a king. Imagine this is the whetstone with a ring on it. You swear your oath. The king can go like this, can go like that with your hand on it. In other words, he's saying, I am in control of the law. Therefore, I'm in control of you. Now, that was poo-pooed, but I'm used to being poo-pooed. Thank you. So, you know, it's food for thought. Roman Biscotti. The funniest bizarre thing just happened here. I was expecting a crystal geode skull and the box that came was full 24 mini toothpastes. And that's twice the price as my crystal, so I'm keeping it. Good for you, babe. Belfast Martin Brown. It's the same thing as flagpoles people buy for bands or army parades, but with a large spear at one end. Roman Biscotti. The universe wants us to have a stockpile of toothpaste at a fraction of the price of the cost. Yeah, as Andre at Biscotti bargain.
When did it arrive? 2:30.
Oh, I don't know if you got that. Bragi said, did it arrive 2:30? Oh, pain. Roman Biscotti writes Andre, it's dental gold. Roman Biscotti, somewhere a dentist is opening a box of fish tank skull decorations. Serves them right. I've got one pet hate, dentists. I've got more holes in my teeth than a Limburger cheese. Why is that? Well, when I was naught but a lad, I had mercury fillings. Lasted me years and years. First thing this moron did was take my old fillings out, put new ones in. 3 weeks later, it fell out. Then he drilled a bigger hole, put more in. 3 weeks later, it fell out. The last dentist I went to put a filling in, but didn't harden it.
Yeah.
So, you know, rules of the internet forbid me to say what I really, really think.
Yeah, considering we live in the modern world, dentistry is very barbaric.
Well, I got a gap here. I had a tooth that was bad. The guy used the tooth next to it as a fulcrum.
Yeah.
Cracked it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, learn it properly, dentists. Get the message. I am sick and tired of my teeth being ruined. That's why I have nothing to do with you. Yeah? And it's just something I find obnoxious. You're getting a heck of a lot of pay and you're not doing your jobs. So
there you are at Sutton Hoo in the 6th century and you got a bad tooth. How do you deal with it?
you probably get a hot wire and whack it into the tooth. It strikes me that it's damn sight more successful than the so-called modern ones. Anyway, I shall leave off talking about dentists because otherwise I'll get sued. What about the Yelling Stone by Harold Bluetooth? The Yelling Stone, well, Harold Bluetooth sort of, he became Christian. He was actually, without him, you probably wouldn't have the Kingdom of Norway, but he moved his dad, apparently, out of the mound and he's under the floorboards. So, you know, you've got various representations on that. Now, Roman Biscotti, lol, back at you, babe. Roman Biscotti, I could send some toothpaste, dear lol. Okay, well, that's fine, thank you. But, like I say, it's, yeah, I won't talk about dentists anymore because it's one of my little peeves and I don't want to get into trouble. But in the past, as I say, they used basically the blacksmith would pull the tooth out, even until comparatively recently. A friend of mine, even today, doesn't have anaesthetic when he has his fillings done. He says he reach a point and it hurts like crazy, and after that you don't feel anything. Whether he's passed out or what, I don't know. So Andre, I had a Bulgarian dentist. She was very gentle, big brown eyes. I've never been to the dentist so often. Yeah, I see your point, but I don't know. I mean, it's just, they're just really bad, the ones I've met, because I'm National Health, I think. Roman Biscotti, I'm off to brush my teeth. Bye all, take care. Okay, Roman or Layla, be safe. We want to hear from you again. Stay groovy, and I know you make the world a happier place. So there we go. And we've got connection. Let's try again. I've pressed it, retry. This time it's not playing.
It's just you're losing signal from the internet on this tablet.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting tired, yeah. I keep seeing things coming up here. Right?
Yeah, that's your comments.
Oh. Oh.
This is all about training Egil to do live streams, so it's getting you used to it.
It's all right, I need new glasses.
Who said that? I can't see you.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't make a spectacle of yourself.
Well, this eye has actually got a plastic lens in it.
Is it?
I had a cataract done.
Ah.
So I could see, yeah?
Yeah.
But just call me Odin, eh? Well,
if you want to sacrifice into a tree for 9 days and 9 nights, we could sort it out.
nah.
That could be the longest live stream ever on YouTube.
Yeah, that'd tire me out, wouldn't it?
Well, you wouldn't be
Still, at
doing
least I
much.
wouldn't have to walk each way.
Well, yeah.
But
I mean,
I'm just thinking what I'm going to have for tea tonight when I get in. I think it's probably a ham and pickle sandwich.
Branston pickle.
Yeah, it's the only kind. Or I might make myself a Spanish omelette. I've got mushrooms, I've got tomatoes.
Yeah, you got some more comments there.
Okay, and we're back with the old commentos.
One day we're going to be really professional on this channel.
Often. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Dinrath, I could talk about dentists. My mum is a dentist. See now why I'm not saying anything more. But I'm sure she's really good. Often, just finished dinner and come here to you. Well, great stuff, man. Martin Brown, what does the wee blue spanner beside my writing mean? What does that?
It means it's an admin, so you can monitor the chat.
Okay.
If you don't want to be an admin, just let me know.
apparently you're an admin, and if you don't want to be an admin, let Bragi know and he can sort it for you. So Andre, bye Roman, brush those bags. Back again. I think it means you're admin. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it right there, Sir Andre. It means absolutely nothing to me. But Bragi is your go-to guy,
Well,
the tech fella.
If we get a troll in the chat comments, leave a funny comment, then what happens is that if you're an admin, then they can deal with it rather than us.
You heard that?
They're just a part of our team, basically.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's groovy gravy.
It's also to reward people that have been around a long time and have helped the channel.
Yeah. Well, as I say, I mean, this is what I call the dark side of the internet, in that people can say things without revealing who they are. They're sad people. I don't take these things personally because it's not worth the effort.
Oh, no.
But the same thing is, I can see how people could get upset by it.
Oh, yes.
Don't do it. There's no need. If you
Be
can't
nice.
say it to someone's face, don't say it at all. You know, if you're going to be a Viking, be a Viking. Don't be a Woods. Anyway. Belfast Martin Brown. If I'm admin, I'm kicking everyone out. Lol. I don't know what that means, but there you go. Often, lol.
That's laughed out loud, Egil.
Yeah. Celtic Britain, lol. Belfast Martin Brown. I'm lost too, lol. Finrave. Is being an admin like being a god of the live stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bragi says. So Andre Lafarge at Belfast Viking. If you kick me, prepare to break some toes. Come on, people, let's be nice out there. You know, I'm trying to be nice here.
Form the shield wall quick in the comments.
I've already put my foot in it with somebody's mother being a dentist.
Yeah, get out of subbers.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope you like all this. My voice is packing in at the moment, as I'm getting to sound a bit like I'm going through puberty.
Drink some water.
I think it takes more than water.
Do you want a glass of hot honey and water?
Will I go with a girl eventually?
You sound like that guy out of The Simpsons. He works in the shop. He's like, and they're really nervous. You know the one.
Yeah. Anyway. Any more? Okay. Belfast Martin Brown. I have a very large axe. Ooh, matron.
Not big as mine.
Celtic Britain. Nice hat, Saxon. Are you more Norse? If you're talking about me, I am a Norwegian Viking. I don't know where Bragi's supposed to be from.
Yeah, we had a comment about this a few weeks back saying why do we diss our Anglo-Saxon heritage? Why are we Vikings?
Well, I personally am direct descendant of a West Saxon, but I've probably got Norse in me because I had Norwegian people ask me what part of Norway am I from because I've got very blue eyes. Apparently, sorry, I keep spitting. Which apparently is a Norwegian thing. Well, you know, and we've got Martin Brown saying I have a very large axe. Ooh, matron. So Andre Lamarche, I was joking about my considerable weight. Okay. Belfast Martin Brown, pokes hat tongue at everyone. Thank you. So Andre grabs protruding tongue and tweaks. Often, I had raw whale sushi with seagull eggs washed down with Vartagas for dinner. Right.
Lovely.
I had a pear crumble I made last night, actually. I finished it today.
I've had 1 coffee and 2 teas.
Yeah, I know. I had toasted marmalade this morning. But as I say, I was thinking when I get in, I was going to have mushroom and those little cherry tomatoes in as an omelette.
Do you want some cherry tomatoes? Send you home with some.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. You've heard that.
Yeah, I eat those like sweeties. I was weekend in Derbyshire. Toughies. That's one of the things. What is Vartagas? Perhaps you could tell us what that is. Yeah. Is that like samphire? Goes by the sea. Yeah. Let us know what it is. I know that
It's some kind of a spirit, I think.
I know that some lutefisk, don't try it. It's like fishy Vaseline.
Don't post us any.
No, please
Well, I'll have to
don't.
give it to Egil.
Yeah, and I'll get it out the window. It's actually rotten fish in lemon.
I'll try it once.
Yeah, you don't. I should get a stomach pump ready. And tweaks. So I'm trying. Oh, here we go. Often, photographs was a bit tough. Martin Brown. I had a sweet chili chicken sandwich for dinner. A very, very Viking, great. And often nice. Oh, I have got quite a few people here. John Matador. Did Anglo-Saxon banquets have a routine or tradition in them? Storytelling, etc. Yeah, you weren't allowed to bring weapons into the hall. It was considered very, you probably got thrown out. But yeah, you know, in storytelling and things like that, you've got to have something to let the old food go down. And often, an aperitif from Sweden, but I'm a Norwegian. Oh, right, so it is, you're right.
Yes, you push it down.
I was going to have, oh my God, Sturmingzunge or whatever it is for dinner. I opened it in the garden. Police turned up. I know that there are certain foods. There's a Danish thing, Liederfisk. There's also another fish they've got that you have to open outside.
Yeah.
And I've seen, what was it? I think it was Hairy Bikers. They opened it up. My God, woof, woof.
Rotten birds.
Yeah. Well, you may say that, I can't say. But,
That's Iceland.
yeah, okay, we'll let that one into there. Yeah, that's got to be stitched in. I'll have to get some thread.
No, I got the thread. I'll do it.
Okay. Things are. We've got 9 people on at the moment, and come on, back we come. Sorry about this, folks. Wonderful art of technology.
I'm gonna have to teach you how to get back on the internet, Egil.
I pressed it.
You got to go down. You got to click on that little blue Wi-Fi icon, and then click on the Wi-Fi.
Why do they have to keep? I don't know. I mean, this is.
My dad's getting up. I go and see to him.
Okay. Well, Bragi's got to go and check on his dad, so I guarantee you this is going to go weird on us.
Good luck.
Scanning for Wi-Fi. I don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just going to leave it. And I'll assume you can hear me, and I hope you can. I'm getting a little fed up with it because it keeps going off and he keeps going having to do things and I don't know what to do. So, anyway, Sutton Hoo. I'm running out of steam. I've got to be honest with you. I am tired Teddy. But anyway. So there are various other mounds at Sutton Hoo that haven't been done. And yeah, you know, so it's a good thing because in later years other people can dig it and we'll be there. This excellent book by Angela Kerr Evans actually is a superb read. It's even got the old map in it. It's very comprehensive. I think she's retired from the British Museum now, but she was certainly, and still is, certainly an expert in Anglo-Saxon metalwork. It was her who worked out the horse harness and even found that the piece across there on the horse had got a dent in it where they'd stunned it. Because there used to be her and Fleur Sherman who were the metal experts. Don't know whether Fleur's still there or not, I don't know. But anyway, if you get a chance to go to the British Museum, it is fantastic. And if you're from abroad, it's well worth a visit. Every time. It's well worth a visit. Our Bragi's come back, so if you can't hear me, well, it's every time you move. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, the signal's got a long way to bounce from the old Wi-Fi.
So, yeah,
You're not losing it on the mobile, just on that tablet.
well, I've been kept talking. Okay, here we are. Now I've got to find out. I was going, yeah. And Finraith, what did Anglo-Saxons drink? Well, certainly not water. Milk as well was probably made into cheese because of the bacteria in it. They drank ale, watered down, so it's about 2% alcohol. They drink cider, perry, which is a drink made with pears. That's more for formal occasions, and special occasions, mead. Mead is highly expensive at the time. It's the only form of sweetness you had. It's also could be used for antibiotic, for cleaning wounds. But
The honey.
yeah, but to be honest, if you've got honey, let them bleed. They won't do it, unless you're special. We've got a lot of comments here. Which can you put a light on? I can't see.
Yes.
Right. Sorry about this, honey. It's getting dingy here, and I can't see properly at the best of times. Yep, that's great. But if you could bring it over here, it'd be even better. Jeez. Okay.
Is that better for you?
No, I can't see. You've got to bring it closer. That's the
Hang on a minute.
principles of a light.
Hang on.
It's a bit better, but not much. Just reflects. How worldly were Anglo-Saxons as a whole? Did they know about distant lands like China and India? Well, did they know about it? They probably heard about it. I mean, they were traders. We know that Phoenicians would come periodically to trade. And yes, they would, because the purse rings made of ivory actually are from African elephants. Now, whether they actually went there or it came through trading markets, who knows? But they certainly would have asked, where did you get that from? So they would have told them about it there. Your Vikings obviously were more travellers. But yeah, I'm sure they heard about it. They're not as insular as people would have us believe. Trust me, people were global, just as global. Belfast Vikings. Okay. I'll hand you over to Bragi, we'll read it out and I'll give you the answer. It's just that I can't see it properly. It's ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I don't know what he's doing now, but he's doing it. So anyway, this is usually where a card comes up. It's an interval.
Right, sing a song for a minute then.
Hallelujah, Rose. Right here, I'm running down here, mate. I can't do much more of this.
Well, we'll go for a few more minutes and then you can think about editing it soon, in 15 minutes if you like.
That sounds good to me. Sorry about my voice before we start. But with that and the things keep coming up, I'm going to have a look at Angela Care Evans's book. I should have got this years ago, but I never did.
There you go. Highlighted again.
Look at that for a helmet. That's a lot, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Come on, one of them.
Yeah, cost you a couple of £1,000 or more.
Bargain.
Buy a full biological hazmat suit when you have open smelly fish, correct? So Andre Lafarge, there's 5 triangles, I don't know what that means. Belfast Viking, Beer, milk, mead, and wine, and water if clean. Yeah,
We have cheese as well.
yeah. And Sandra again, not off. Whoever thought that was a good idea? Rotted fish. Martin Brown. Rotted shark is really bad as well. I don't know why you guys try this stuff. What was that? Perry? Yes, it was. It was. It's a lighter version of Saga.
Repair.
Yeah. And jolly nice it is too.
And Frankish wine, if you've got the money.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
But Perry, when I was a kid, we used to have a thing called pomain in this country. And it was like a very light cider. We didn't know it was alcoholic. Kept us quiet though. Rotted anything is pretty unpleasant, according to Sandra. Yeah. A bit of meat matured, okay. Finrith, why did other German tribes not travel to distant lands like America? Was it only the Vikings that did that? I'm assuming so, that their ships were very different, although they were similar. Viking longships, they probably actually travelled more in the Knarr, which was stouter and wider. In fact, when they talk about Viking raids, it's no good just having long ships, because you're taking prisoners, you're taking animals, and you don't want them kicking the side of your ship.
You're taking buildings.
Yeah. So, we don't know of any Saxons, although rumour has it that when the Vikings went to Iceland, there were a lot of Celtic monks who they dispossessed or killed. Martin Brown, what's that hanging behind you over the shield, the black thing? What is it?
An axe.
Oh, is it an axe?
You're talking about the helmet.
Could be the helmet. We've
The
got
sword.
Yeah, we've got a
Chain.
chain with a rotten bell on it.
That's how you can call me.
It's Andre. Do you need to eat something, Egil? Sorry for being such a mum. No, I'm all right, mate. I've got a way to go, but I've got my meal planned.
I've had 1 meal in 3 days.
He hasn't eaten in 3 days. Well,
I had a yum yum the other day.
whatever that is. Okay, John Matador. Was Edward the Confessor as peaceful and pious as the chronicles say? Must have needed some cunning and ruthlessness as well to stay on the throne. Edward the Confessor was in to be a king anyway, you can't be mild and wonderful. He had a permanent trouble with the Godwinson family, not so much Harold Godwinson, but his dad. And basically, Edward the Confessor actually exiled the Godwinsons, and we turned around and said, no, we're not. And they forced him to marry their daughter. So Edward the Confessor said, okay, fair enough, I'll have to do that, but I'm a monk, so no sons and heirs. It's very confusing as to whether he promised the throne to William or not. I don't know. I think he probably did. Harold Hardrada, well, he was a bit of a character anyway and wanted to make his name. The Godwinson family was so corrupt in my view. Tostig and Harold, and then you've got this other guy who was actually with Harold Godwin's, Harold Hardrada. Right.
Tostig.
Tostig, yeah. Do you need some? Oh, that's very nice. Celtic Britain. Welsh Prince Madoc travelled to America in 1107, or so I've read, but that's Celts, not Germanic, obviously. Well, in actual fact, Eric the Red travelled to America in about 1000.
Leif Erikson,
sorry, and there was a guy who went there before him because he was blown off course and told him. Young Matador. I've heard the best Viking death was King Harknut, who dropped dead at a wedding in Lambeth in 1042 after something like internetbullshit.com.
Well, Sign Wolf.
Oh, well,
He died in the meeting, didn't he?
yeah.
According to the last
Andrew
Kingdom.
Kincaid. Hail and well met. Hello, Andrew. Good to see you. There we go. Sorry to sound like I'm going through puberty. I'm going to sign off soon.
Yes.
So, yeah, because I've got a life to live and my voice won't. Please, miss, may I leave the room?
You're back at school, Egil.
I never did. I just woke up one morning with a deep voice. Anyway, it's interesting. I like these. Yeah, so hang on, we've got some more comments. Well done. So Andre, hail Andrew Kincaid, well met, sir. Andrew Kincaid, Bihal Egil, thank you, and back at you. The guy left before Leif Erikson was called Bjarni Hjolfsson. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I remember there was a guy, I couldn't remember his name, but thanks for that.
Yeah. List of names again, Egil.
I tell you, this is one thing that really gets up my nose with the sagas. They always have these long lists. It's great if you had a few ones of me,
Yeah.
but you try and remember them, and there's always somebody saying, well, actually, you missed out this, that, and the other.
Pages of verse.
I always feel sorry for the people with Egil Skallagrims, and they are clinging on to written death. And there's this guy spouting poetry. You think, I can't do anything, he'll kill me. Bye. But anyway, here we are. Belfast Martin Brown. Anyway, I better get the other half. Just came home from work, so going to make a tea. Care and safe, keep safe. And you, all of you, I really hope so. Often archaeologists and researchers in Norway wonder if there was a Viking age in Norway 2,000 years before the Vikings. Yeah. Obviously, the civilization has got the engravings and things like that on the stones. Turns out long ships existed several thousand years before the Viking age. Yeah, well, I see what you mean.
Simpler versions.
Yeah, and they didn't have sails.
You're looking at the stone carvings.
And so, Andre, take care, Martin. Yeah, we're all with you on that. Articles we've published on foreskinning, no? Anyway, as I said, the ship itself, I know the one you mean, it's a lime and that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of water out there, and it's a darn sight easier to go by boat than it is to have a lot safer,
Swimming.
I would imagine. Yeah, well, going through the forests, there's lots of bears and things. Does that mean what I think it means about having foreskins removed, circumcision? I don't know. Well, anyway.
Not sure.
I think.
So Andre Lefaux de Linard says, is Bajani where the name Barney came from?
Probably.
Yeah, it could have been Bajani Rubble.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Bajani Rubble. I don't know. I'm saying nothing.
You know, it's late in the day when
Yeah.
you get jokes like that out.
Yeah. Well, it's 1853.
Yeah.
My voice is going.
Yeah. Well, we are going to end this in a second, in a few
You
minutes.
said that
So-
15 minutes ago.
Yeah, well, so end it in 15 minutes.
Yeah, well,
We'll start winding down, Egil.
okay, people. As you heard, we are going to be winding down because my voice is giving out. Yeah. So, thank you to everybody who's at word. All of you, whether you spoke to me or not, stay safe, make the world a happier place. I know you will. And I hope to hear from you again next live stream.
Yeah, Monday maybe.
Oh, great. Monday.
That would cheer up.
Gives me a whole weekend. Okay, well, you take, as I say, stay safe and make the world a happy place. Bye now. It's a bit bugging me, is this damn